All right, good to see y'all. Hey, it's Verl from, actually, I'm in sunny Arizona today. I walked from my car to the hotel. It was like 112. Who lives here? Anybody here live in Arizona? Because it's hot. It's like my sister lives here. She says that they choose it because the winter's so nice. But I think I'll come back and visit in the winter. I was thinking about all the things that we've done so far. We've talked about daily success habits. We've talked about stupid goals. We've talked about our perfect week, and I wanted to give you some tactical, actionable items that will help you do what I call is activate your database. I think we spend a lot of time looking for and trying to generate leads to create more opportunities and sell more houses. And so I was thinking about today's call. I was thinking about what if I gave you something that it's a proven technique to not only turn on but activate your database, but actually build a database that you'll never ever have to worry about whether or not you can make money again, because there's a constant flow of business coming into your business. Is anybody interested in turning on that kind of power in your database? David's in, Brandy's in, Steven says let's rock. Okay. Carolyn, always happy. Good to see you and your smiling face. And George, you too, man. All right, so let me share it with you. I'm gonna share my screen really quick. Let's see if I can make this happen. You never know how the hotel Wi-Fi is gonna be. So far, it's pretty slow. Give me just 1 second. Okay, you ever have to go out of whatever you're in and open it again because it's moving so weird? That's what we're experiencing. It's probably, I don't know, I'm going to say 15 years ago. It's probably longer than that when I first started thinking about really turning on a database so it generated real income. And for me, if it doesn't have a system, if there's not a system around it, I won't do it. And so we created a system with my old friend Dave Beeson. I don't know if you know who that is, but he wrote a program years ago called Dave Beeson's Letter Writer. And in his letter writer program, he talked about how you need to have a certain number of touches with your database in order for it to continue to pay you time and time again. And so we took Dave Beeson's letters and we took the concepts around it and we thought about the value of electronic touches and what would be even better. And we built a system called 3211. I want everybody to write this down. 321-1. And I think I got it up. Okay, y'all seeing sales mastery? All right. So here's how 3211 works. The first concept is a lot of you, if I were to ask you, how many of you have a business that's primarily referrals, would probably raise your hand and say, most of my business comes from referrals or repeat clients. Is that fair to ask? Those of you that are on video, raise your hands. Like you have pretty good business that comes from referrals. But my next question is, does that mean you're getting all of the referrals you should from your database? Now, I want you to think about that just for a second. Does that mean you're getting all the referrals you should from your database? So Rosanna says, yeah, probably not. Um, Denise says, well, maybe yes and no. It can't be true. And so let's talk about that. The average person knows over 200 people well, and 10% of your database moves every year. That means you should be doing a minimum of 10 to 20 referral sales every single year out of your database, consistently 20 every year. And if you're constantly focused on adding new people to your database to grow in the database, the number continues to grow over time. All right, so here's what we're going to ask you to do. I'm going to ask you to every day, starting tomorrow, I want you to go into your database and I want you to pick up the phone. And I want you to call three past clients. And if you don't have three past clients, call three people in your sphere of influence. This is not a sales call. A lot of people don't like to make their 321 calls because they're afraid they're trying to sell them something. This is a serve call. It's a how you doing? How's your family call. It's a I'm sorry I haven't done a better job staying in touch. I want to do better going forward call. If you don't know the Ford dialogue, you can get that out. Ford stands for family, occupation, recreation, dreams. The four things you talk about when you haven't had a conversation or you want to develop a relationship with someone. So every day, starting tomorrow, I want you to just go open up your database, start with the A's, and just call 3. And then I want you to prospect. Now, prospecting comes in a variety of different ways, and we're going to touch on prospecting in our future calls. Prospecting is I want you to identify and add 2 new prospects to your database each day. I don't care if they're for sale by owners. It doesn't matter if they're expired listings or people you met at your kid's soccer game or people from your church group or your community groups or Save the Planet groups that you might be part of. Whatever it is you're focused on, wherever you have groups, you add 2 new people a day. And when you add them, I want you to have a conversation with them. So you're calling 3 past clients, you're talking to 2 new people, and then I want you to learn 1 new thing with your CRM. For those of you using KV Core or a version of KV Core, I want you to become a power user, a master of it. It doesn't matter to me what database you use. We can build a 7-figure business on any of the more popular databases. It doesn't matter if you're using KV Core or Boomtown or Sync or any of them. You tell me what your follow-up boss. I have a lot of teams that use a variety of different databases. It doesn't matter to me. What doesn't work is Outlook, and what doesn't work is an Excel spreadsheet or your telephone, because you can't set automated follow-ups every time you have a conversation. And so when you have a conversation with your 3 past clients every day, David, we call them up, we see how their family's doing, we see how work is going. And when I ask David, how's work? David responds with, my work's pretty good, Verl. How about yours? It's the art of the conversation. And I say, well, I'm blessed. I'm helping a lot of people take advantage of the crazy real estate market. Why do you ask? You give yourself an opportunity to have a real estate conversation with the way you respond to a simple question like, how you doing? Well, I'm blessed. I'm helping a lot of people, and it really is changing their lives. We're helping investors buy real estate. We're helping people who didn't think they had an option to find a home. It was really cool. Last week, I watched my nephew, first-time home buyer, get into their first house. I can't believe a starter house is $550,000. The same house that I paid for when I first got married was 58,000, so it's gone up 10 times. And so a lot of people are feeling stuck and frustrated. They can't move forward, and you can share your wins and victories and how you feel blessed. We're going to call 3 past clients. We're going to prospect till we find 2 new people that we add to the database, that we learn 1 new thing with our CRM so that we can become a power user. I want you to be able to, like, when you're talking to someone, you have your CRM up, you're taking notes about them, their property, what's next for them, who's getting married, who's getting divorced, who's upsizing, who's downsizing, who has a new job. We're taking all kinds of notes in our CRM, and then you schedule the next touch. 30 days from now, 60 days from now, let's do another follow-up call. Let's go together and get coffee as couples. Let's go to lunch. Whatever the follow-up is, always schedule the next touch. If you want to have a database that pays you consistently, everybody in your database has to have a follow-up activity scheduled on it. Maybe you're going to give them an annual Christmas card or invite them to something you're doing around the community. Whatever that is, always schedule the next touch. Nobody should ever fall through the cracks because you haven't done a good job staying in touch when you always have the next touch scheduled. And the last one is we're going to give 1 outbound referral each week. I want you to think about, and this is a no strings attached referral, meaning when you move a family into a neighborhood or one of your agents in your office moves a family into a neighborhood, how many businesses are impacted by moving that single family in the neighborhood? Is it 1, 20, 50? A lot. And so what I want you to do is call up the business owner, let them know we've moved a family in the neighborhood, and would it be okay if I gave them your name and number as a place they could do real estate? You see, one of the principles I've learned throughout my career is that you get by giving. If you want to have a lot more referrals coming in, you want to have a lot more people sending you business, then you have to be more intentional about giving outbound referrals. So we're going to call 3 past clients, prospect till we add 2 new people to the database, learn 1 new thing, and give 1 outbound referral each week. How many of you believe it sounds overwhelming, or does it actually seem like this is pretty realistic? We could do this. David, what are you thinking? I love Hilton Head.
Yeah, I 100% think this is easy to grasp and doable in a short time frame. Yeah,
Yeah, and
that's a great thing.
if you do it, David, what'll happen is you never stop. So there's no, like, you can do it in an hour or less. And then when you're doing it, you'll never stop. Here's what the impact on your business will look like. Are you ready? Look at this. In just 30 days, you will have contacted 60 past clients. You will have added 40 new prospects to your database. You will have given outbound 20 referrals. That's working 5 days a week, taking Saturday and Sunday off, Monday through Friday. In just 60 days, you will have worked through and contacted 120 of your past clients or people in your database. You will have added 80 new prospects. Now you've got a pipeline and people are starting to come through and you're starting to get buyer and listing appointments actually happening for you. And you've given 8 outbound referrals, and that referral database is being activated. In 90 days, just 3 months from now, you will have almost contacted all 200 of the people in your database. You will have contacted 180 of them. You will have added 120 new prospects into your database, and you will have given 12 outbound referrals. What do you think the chance of you not doing any more business is if you launch and do this over 90 days? George, what do you think happens? Will it work in Canada? Will it work up in Montreal? I can see you're nodding areas.
Yes, absolutely. I couldn't get the mute off. Yeah, no reason why not. It's just a question of the right approach and patience and being consistent with it.
That's right. Okay, so there is no wrong approach. The only wrong approach is to try and sell instead of serve. And if you just say, just tell yourself, I'm going to give you permission, which is unlike me, to not sell anything, George. All you got to do is call them up and see how they're doing. Is there anything wrong with that approach?
No, not at all.
A lot of people don't know what to say, and so we've created an apology script, and I'll give that to you in our downloads. For those of you that have signed up for the Insider, you'll get the downloads. I'll give you the apology script, which basically says, "I'm sorry, I haven't done a better job staying in touch. I'm committed to doing a better job going forward." And so here's what I'm going to do going forward as you reach out. You want to know what your business looks like in a year? A year from now, you will have talked to 720 of your past clients or sphere. You will have added 480 new prospects to your database. If 10% of them close, that's 48 new transactions will close in just 1 year because you spent an hour adding 2 people or prospecting to you to add 2 people to your database every day. 48 transactions is game changing. It's like the difference between coach and first class. It's the difference between your kids playing rec sports and comp sports. It's the ability to stay an extra 2 or 3 days when you're someplace you really, really like. It's the ability to put new tires on your kids' cars when they need them and to be able to help in a way you haven't been able to in the past. 48 transactions, if you make an extra $10,000 a deal, is $480,000. Would that make a difference with anybody, or is that just me? Like 400 grand to me is a lot of money. Like we can do a lot. We can do a lot of boating and catch a lot of fish with $400,000. I'm telling you that right now. But it all takes action. The difference between average and exceptional when it comes to people are the exceptional people do the activities that the average know they should do, but don't. And so now it comes to what I call is a choice point. And the choice point is really simple. And that is where you get to choose whether or not you're actually going to do the work. How many of you are willing to make the choice, like proclaim it, that for the next 90 days, I'm going to do 3-2-1-1s. I'm going to do it religiously and take weekends off and prove me wrong. I love that. I love that Gabrielle's the first one in. Carolyn, right there with her. Anybody else willing to commit? Rosanna's in. David's in. George? Jeff, was that a thumbs up? Jeff, that was kind of a weak sure. You know, it's not like I'm all in, like let's go. Okay, there it is. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So that's all I'm going to give you today. I promised Brent when I did this that I wouldn't overwhelm everybody and give you all these things that make it blow your mind. I have so many things that we can do that will move the needle. I am committed on every single one of these calls to give you something that will make you money. All you have to do is show up and do the work, and then come back and show me, and then show me whether or not it works for you. When we come back to the call, let me put that slide back up. This is how you become a Workman Insider. It's a Mastery Insider. We'll give you all of our free resources and tools after each of the calls. You'll be able to get insider tips and secrets, some behind the scenes video content, and so much more. So it's a one-time sign up. It's free. Just opt in and that'll keep you in touch with us. All right, now let me take just a couple minutes. I'm going to stop my share because, whoops, are you seeing my screen right now? Give me a thumbs up if you see my screen. Okay, Candace put it in the chat as well. I'm going to stop my share. I'll open up the last couple questions to the last couple of minutes. Just tell me what's going on.
Did you see the email from McGinnis?
Boy, I'm sorry. I didn't know if that was a question or somebody came off mute on accident. I was going to give you an opportunity to ask me anything. Tell me what's going on or any challenges you have in your business. Also, stay tuned for a survey. What I'm going to ask is I want you to participate in the content that we receive on these calls. And so I'm going to ask you for some of the most urgent business problems or issues you're having in your businesses, the things that I could help you with. And then I'll come prepared with the highlight of who asked the question and then how do we solve that, kind of like life coaching. And so I'd love to be able to do that. So while we have a couple minutes, Carolyn, is that a question or you just bought something at auction?
Unmute. Okay. I didn't buy anything at auction, but the insider that you just put up there, is that the same as what you've given before?
Yep. Once you've signed up, you don't have to do it again.
I don't have to keep signing up. And
Nope.
they're okay, perfect. So we can get where do we get the resource that you're talking about? Like the lists and that kind of thing. I went ahead and made my own.
Yeah, so there's a resource library. And so
when I go to that link, I must have missed it. Okay, well, this is great. Thank you.
And we'll just keep adding to it, Carolyn. And thank you for your
Okay.
energy and enthusiasm. You make me smile every time I see you.
Well, good. That's my gift.
That is truly a gift. That contagious enthusiasm. You can't fake it, right? Anybody else have any comments or questions? How many of you are doing the DSH and the My Perfect Week from the last couple of weeks we talked about? Carolyn, how's that going for you? Tell me, give me some wins or victories.
That's something I learned from you back in Build 23. And I've been implementing it with Brenda Burchard, who is also there. And the first part of my day, it's very important, blocking time and I'm micro analyzing it with what you're doing. So, I mean, this is, guys, it's worth doing. It's painful too, to look at the truth.
What do you mean by that? What have you discovered that was painful?
I'm spending too much time on certain things, and I'm learning that I can take things off my plate. And I'm calling it, is this generating money for me? There's another term I use. I've just forgotten what it is, but is this? And I make sure that Brandon gave me the term "done by one," and I love that because I need a siesta in the afternoon. I get up very early to do my mindset, and really top 3 things need to be done, and I don't have any distractions. I shut everything down and I do that. And he has me contact, it used to be 3, now it's 5. Ed Milet raised the bar 1 more, and so 5 people I contact, kind of like this list. So this is brilliant. This next assignment is really good. I usually do a video text because they'll look at it, and I don't have to look beautiful, guys. Just do it first thing before their phone calls in the morning. Do it at 7:30. They'll look at it and they'll get back to you. But if you do it after 9, they're not going to see it.
Yeah,
that's
sure.
a trick.
If they do, they're busy in their day and won't respond, right?
That's right. But you've thought of them and I try to give them joy. I recommend a mirror so you can see if you've got a smile, because they can hear the smile on my face. I had someone tell me that today. I know you're smiling. I can't wait to meet you. So
it's true.
It's true.
So much is communicated with nonverbal communication, and people pick up on that. They pick up on your energy, your smiling, all those other things as well. Candace Denise posted where can I get the previous meeting tools? They'll be there as well. So they'll be in that resource center. Is that how they're posted, Candace? You have to help me out with that.
No, an email is going out for each call, but I think I'll have to check with marketing on that.
Okay, the email goes after call. Once you've signed up, everybody that signed up gets an email with the links. Okay. So sorry for I don't know. I'm just the show pony. Just tell me where to show up and what I need to talk about, and then we'll make sure everything happens in the background. But you'll get them, Denise. Just ask for it in the email, and we'll make sure we get you resources. Okay. All right, everybody. Hey, thanks for a great call today. I appreciate your energy and enthusiasm. I'll see you next Tuesday on Sales Mastery. Let's keep it cranking. All right. Talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.